So, Eva Sørhaug, welcome to Stockholm. I wanted to start off by asking you why you wanted to make a film about domestic violence.
First and foremost, I wanted to make a hard-hitting movie because Norway is getting very good at making them, but they're quite nice, not dangerous. We don't have like a Lucas Moodysson or Gaspar Noé in Norway. And then I came across a statistic that said that Norway was very high up in Europe when it comes to spousal killings. And I thought, let's handle that subject matter.
Okay. Why do you think domestic violence is a subject that is so rarely approached in film?
To be honest, I haven't thought about that, but I know that there was somewhere in the 80s we had some of these domestics, but quite cheesy, where the women are classic victims, and I think, I just want to do something different, to follow the male perspective without demonizing or moralizing about it.
Okay. The film is based on this almost distant perspective where the camera is just watching and the audience is forced to mostly observe what is happening. I was wondering why you wanted to use this kind of photography.
For me to try to be as not objective, but to not impose too much on the audience, I wanted to shoot it in a way that makes them feel like an observer. So I would put them in the room and not let them out, but without necessarily using these classic tools in storytelling. Trying to, very much inspired by Hanneke's framing and so forth. Yeah.
All right. The film is dark and it contains very graphic violence and three forms of oppression, basically. Is it important to you to kind of show it all?
I thought if I was going to do this movie, I had to do it with respect to the subject matter. And I think it was important to look at it. How does it really look and how does it really feel to be in that kind of situation? And for that reason, I tried to be as brave as possible and not flinch and become a coward, or to soften it up. So that was my main goal.
Was it important to you to try and cause a debate or to approach the question in a way that it was going to be brought up in media and brought up in a discussion? And how did that sort of shape the film?
Well, it's a very uncompromising and very ambitious project. I look at it in two different ways. One is what is a film, in terms of language and framing and exposition and characters. And the other thing is what can it be used for. So on one hand, I am challenging myself artistically in many ways in this film. And at the same time, I'm trying to make a film that would stir up some debate about one certain subject matter. So it was a very nerve-wracking time to have it launched. But I wanted it to create a debate, but at the same time be uncompromising in my artistic vision.
Are you happy about the debate?
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. It's been,
All three of these stories take place in these modern, almost sterile, almost kind of bourgeoisie environments. I was wondering why this is. You have these very modern kitchens and modern places. Why set the film there?
Mainly because I think classically, if you're going to portray a tragedy that involves violence, for instance, it would classically often be depicted in an environment that would be nitty-gritty and dirty and in the lower class. And that's not the reality of it. The reality is that it happens in all parts of society. And so that was one reason. And the other reason is I like the idea of having something aesthetically appealing and then have the what happens inside that frame is mean and dirty, and so you have this contrast.
All right, thank you.